Greg Steve. These guys have combined for 89 seasons of NFL experience and worked 6 Super Bowls. Great job by Troy Vincent pushing this thing forward and trying to expand not just the Rooney Rule, but just how we're approaching minorities and putting people in position of power. This is awesome for the NFL, and they're setting an example for all industries. Great job.
Nice.
You know, if you don't like Tom Brady, that's one thing. But while you're sharpening your knives, don't let it get in the way of your foundation of fun and why you like watching sports. So Tom Brady invented something yesterday, and people were very quick, including Nick Wright, to criticize him. But hold on. When Tracy McGrady does this, he's cheered. It's one of the most exciting moments in All-Star Game history. So just because Tom Brady is moving the sport forward to be more exciting, more entertaining, more creative, don't let your hate get in the way. It's McGrady-esque. It was a great play, and I hope to see it. Hope the NFL will change the rule. We can see it in the future. Fantastic play by Tom Brady.
So, some Morris twins signed some contracts this weekend. A little different. Marcus gets 4 years, $64 million guaranteed from the Clippers. Markieff gets 1 year at the veteran minimum from the defending champion Lakers. A lot of people are a little curious. Why did Markieff stay with the Lakers when he could have gotten more money elsewhere? Well, maybe it's because, cue the tweet, Marcus and Markieff, dating back to college, they got a joint bank account. So it's really more like they are sharing the $64 million. I don't know if that's a cap violation, but hey, Clippers, appreciate you once again helping out the Lakers on the pass. So Markieff didn't need more money because he's getting half of Marcus's money. It's brotherly love. It's a great story. It's a great job by Pelinka, and not a great job by the folks on the other side of town in L.A. helping the Lakers keep Markieff Morris by overpaying Marcus Morris. But I like it.
Is a cap violation.
I love it.
That's a great take.
I got something for you. I do not know how people with kids watch football on Sundays. How do you watch football for 3 hours and parent? Because I haven't figured it out. I'm like, hey, kids, look at those crazy cleats. Let's watch them for 3 hours. Or if it snows, I'm like, look, those guys are playing in the snow. Let's sit down and watch them play for 3 hours. Never works. Last night, Bucks-Rams, Bucks off the interception, get down on the ground, all in sync, all in line, all row in the boat. Where are my kids? They're sleeping. They're rowing gently down the stream. I got a gentle reminder for football players. How about doing this on a Sunday afternoon when I can reel my kids in, let them watch, and I could sell this for 3 hours of football so I don't have to stick my kids on iPad. That's just a friendly reminder to NFL players who are watching this morning. We got to head to Dallas now. 3-7. It is safe to say the Cowboys have woefully underperformed this season. Also safe to say that sentence is woefully understated. This team's bad. But they are coming off a win over the Vikings, and they do get Andy Dalton back, and they had Andy Dalton back last week, and so there is light at the end of this tunnel for Ezekiel Elliott.
We knew we've been in that. We never thought that we were out of it. We know our division is struggling this year, and you know, we're right there where we need to be. We're right there to go win a division, and like I said, we gotta build on the success. So we can't come out on a short week and take a step back, especially against a division opponent. We gotta make sure we build on the success and keep getting better.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. I have bangs. There's no way he doesn't see that the bangs are in his face. There's no way he's like, no one will notice these. It's part of the look. I'm sorry. It's annoying. Somehow, some way, Cowboys are just a half game back of Philly in the NFC East with a big showdown. They got Washington coming up on Thanksgiving. That's on Fox. Brandon, is it starting to look like the Cowboys could, dare I say, win the NFC East, win this division?
Yeah, I mean, come on, this is hysterical. Really? We're in good position right now? Is that what we're talking about in the NFC East? But I guess, I mean, if you look at the remaining... Yeah, if you look at the remaining schedule, they have one team on their schedule down the stretch with 4 or more wins. So I guess they have a chance, and I guess they're in the perfect position because you got the Philadelphia Eagles. When you look at strength of schedule, for the remaining of the season, they have the 28th easiest, and then you have the Giants 22nd, and then the Washington football team, 18. So when you look at the Cowboys, they're second. Of course, they have a chance in a good position, but I don't think this is something that we should be celebrating. I don't think this is something that we should even be talking about. We should have our head down and just working, Kevin, just to get better. They are trending in a really good direction right now, but they need to stop talking and do more working.
Yeah, I'm still going for the Giants here. More so because I don't think any of these teams are really good and going to make any noise. But at least Joe Judge seems like he's building something more so than Mike McCarthy. And don't get me wrong, I love Mike McCarthy's post-game antics, I guess. But one win is not momentum. The Giants, meanwhile, haven't lost a game in 3 weeks. Granted, one of those weeks was a bye, but it still counts. Nick, their schedule is brutal, though. Upcoming at Cincinnati, Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati. So I'm going to count that as a win. So that'll be 4 weeks without losing, a full month without losing. Then it's Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, and at Baltimore. Those could really be 4 straight losses. Then you got Dallas to end the season. So I'm still a Joe Judge guy. And quick announcement, if the Patriots get mathematically eliminated, just like, a presidential candidate, I will be throwing my support behind Joe Judge and the Giants. Little teaser there. Although the Patriots may not be.
But Nick,
there you go.
I got a question for you, Nick. Is this what Cowboys fans should be rooting for to win this division? I mean, would Cowboys fans be better served rooting to win the division or rooting for a top 3 draft pick at the end of this season?
Yeah, the best thing for the Cowboys would be to lose all the rest of their games. The idea that you're going to get any credit, build any momentum, winning this division when Dak is not even going to be a part of it. If Dak was there, then you could make the argument. Get Dak more playoff experience. Try to end the year on a high note. This year is lost, and what we have learned this year, and I've learned the hard way after picking and betting on the Cowboys to make the Super Bowl, this roster is incredibly flawed. So the best case scenario for the Cowboys is as follows. They end up with the top 5 draft pick. Someone falls in love with a quarterback in this draft. My guess is Lawrence and Fields are going to go 1 and 2 to the Jets and to the Jags. And so someone falls in love with the 3rd guy available in this draft, and there's arguments about who that would be. And the Cowboys can trade down and add extra assets. They need a lot of help on defense, Brandon. They all of a sudden need help on the offensive line. 1 first-round pick is not going to go far enough for them. So I think if they are in position to draft a quarterback, they won't. But if they could get the highest pick possible, trade the pick similar to what the Colts did. When the Colts could have drafted Sam Darnold, instead they trade from 3 to 6, add 3 second-round picks, and helped build that team that right now, some people look at as a fringe contender. That's the best case scenario for the Cowboys.
Sure.
Nick, and that's why you should probably run a team. But the reality is, we don't think really logically when September hits. Ownership, general managers, and then also definitely players. We really think that, if we get in, we could possibly make a run at it. Every team right now that's still in the hunt still believe they can make it to the Super Bowl. There isn't one team out there that's saying, if we get in, we're going to be one and done. So that is the challenge when you talk about, what the fans' perspective is, and then also what the players, the coaches' perspective is. These guys really want to get in because they think if they get in, we can fix a few issues. We can potentially make a run at it. And that's the weirdest thing about being a player and a coach in the National Football League.
All right, time for a little drawing a blank. Speaking of the Cowboys, Mike McCarthy has been looking for ways to motivate his Cowboys, and clearly all options are on the table. For example, this one. McCarthy pulled out a sledgehammer ahead of Sunday's game, started smashing watermelons a la Gallagher, if anyone remembers who that was and why he did it all in an effort to get his team fired up. And it worked. They won, right? They beat the Vikings. Also, watermelon, great source of hydration, but very high in sugar. Brandon, coach smashing watermelons before their win over the Vikings is blank.
I love it, and obviously it worked. It reminds me of my time with the Miami Dolphins, Tony Sparano, where we started out the season 0-6.
The axe?
No, not that one. We walk into the team meeting room. He said, everybody outside. We all go outside, sunny South Florida, 89 degrees. He walks out to the 50-yard line, off to the sideline. He starts digging the hole. He takes the ball. He throws it in there. He said, that is our season. Now we're moving forward. We go off and we win the next game. So maybe Adam Gase and the Jets should do something like this, because when coaches do things like this,